Good morning, everybody. It's an honor for the Chilean Copper Commission to be invited to speak about an outlook of the business opportunity that provides the mining activity in Chile. Thanks to KORES for the opportunity. First, I want to speak about the Chilean Copper Commission and our roles and tasks. Cochilco is part of the public system in mining. The mining sector in Chile is also composed of two state-owned companies, Codelco and ENAMI. ENAMI doesn't operate mining, only buys mineral from small producer. ENAMI has concentrator plants, SX, EW, and smelting plant, and sells the copper in concentrates or cathodes. Additionally, the other bodies are the Geological Service and Cochilco. Cochilco is a public agency linked with the presidency through the Ministry of Mines. Cochilco has a board where the Minister of Mines is the president. In the case of Cochilco, we have three main areas. First one is auditing department that is in charge of overseeing the performance of the state-owned companies. Investment assessment department in charge of evaluate the investing projects in the state-owned companies. And the research and policy planning department. My position is director of research and policy planning. And our main tasks are proposing policy formulation and develop diverse studies related with the sustainability of mining in Chile. We also have to participate and representing to Chile in international technical forums related with mining sustainability and copper market. And we also provide technical and expert advice to the policymakers. Regarding the importance of mining activity in Chile, I want to show some key figures. First, the historical weight of mining activity in total GDP is around 9%. In the year 2019, the direct share was 10.4, but you can see high volatility caused by the copper price variation and cycles. Adding the direct linkages, the weight of direct and indirect GDP reach between 15 and 18% of total GDP. Some of the most important linkage are investing projects. In the previous 5 years, mining investment was $69.4 billion. This weight 23% of total gross fixed capital formation in figures of the central bank. In relation with the contribution of the mining activity to the fiscal incomes in direct terms, it is in average 30%, but probably much more if we consider the indirect taxes. Regarding the exportation, the weight of mining goods represents 54%, and from this total, copper exportation value is around 90%. Last year, the copper exportation were 33.6 billion. Copper is so far the main export product in Chile. The production of copper has been around 5.8 or 5.9 tons per year in the last 10 years. Codelco copper production, the biggest state-owned company, weight 29% of total copper production in Chile. Analyzing by kind of product, 60% of the Chilean copper production is copper in concentrates, 38% are cathodes, and 2% are blister or anodes. Well, Chile is the biggest copper producer in the world with a share of 28% of the mining copper. Second place is Peru, and third place is China. DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo, has increasing significantly in the last years, but historically, DRC has very high variation in the production. In the demand side, Chile is not really important, but for us it's a very important remark on the importance of South Korea in the global consumption of copper. China is the largest user of copper with more than 12 million tons per year. USA is the number 2 with 1.8, and in third and fourth place are Germany and Japan with a little more than 1 million tons per year. According with our data, South Korea was fifth global copper consumer with 632,000 tons of copper in the previous year. If we analyze the destiny of the Chilean copper exportation, China is the biggest, Japan the second one, and South Korea is the third destiny. This situation is similar in concentrates or bulk and refined as well. But the only difference is Japan didn't import refined copper because its local smelting capacity. It's important to remark that Chile is the main supplier of copper to South Korea according with our data. Now I want to share some general information about the business opportunity in the mining activity in Chile. The opportunities are classified in 3 different dimensions. The first dimension is the opportunity in the early stage of mining activity or small and medium-sized companies looking for opportunities to financing exploration or expansion. The second dimension are the major companies with biggest projects. In the third place is the dimension of providers and value chain. Related with the first dimension, CERNEX, the Geological Service, has an online portfolio of 495 prospects with different state of information and development. And also in the webpage Minería Abierta Mapas, managed by Cochilco, there are other geological analyses where it's possible to see a preliminary evaluation of geological potential in different zones of the country. Here I am providing the QR code, and then inside you can do some different simulations about the geological potential with some specific methodology. And the methodology consists in collecting previous information to make a forecast about the geological potential in different minerals in different places. I think this could be very interesting. This year, the Ministry of Mines published also a selection of 40 mining prospects with a good information in different stages of development and where the operator seeks financing. The information is available in the web page of the Ministry of Mines. These 40 projects are focused mainly in copper and gold, but there are others in titanium and in zinc. The diversity of the project include early stage exploration project and even other about mine closure business model. Very interesting. I think it's a very interesting sample of project with different opportunities. In the second dimension is in the state of the major companies. In Cochilco, we consider 46 initiatives evaluated in $73 billion to the year 2029. There are 12 initiatives on development now, classified by base condition, 12 in condition of possible, that mean that are ready to be commissioned, but it's necessary to take the decision by the owners. 12 in probable condition, which mean there is still some environmental permitting process necessary. There are 6 projects classified as potential. This means that it is also necessary to do entire permitting process, and they are in the pre-facility or facility engineering stage. If we analyze by country, Chile is the largest investor, followed by Canada, the United Kingdom, United States, Australia, Poland, and South Africa. Most of these investing projects are focused in copper, in the orange bar, and are located in the region of Antofagasta, Atacama, and Tarapacá. This is a very important issue because this region are the most important in mineral resource and have more public bodies with mining experience and background. This has been a very important topic in order to facilitate the environmental evaluation process for the project, for the social acceptance of the mining activity as well. Also, in the northern region, there are important cluster of suppliers of mining companies and other investing opportunities. For example, water desalination plants, solar or wind power generation project, and in recent year, other opportunities have appeared arising from new trends like the circular economy and green hydrogen, for example. Another very important room of opportunities in terms of business opportunity is related with the providers. If we consider that the copper production in copper will increase to more than 7 million tons of copper to the year 2030, there are very interesting opportunities. In operation expenditure, we forecast more than 160 billions in purchase during the next 10 years in mining activity in Chile. In capital expenditure or capex, the forecast is 97 billions, of which 49 will be in infrastructure such as a road, plants, ports, and mining development. Around 5 billions in local equipment, and more than 36 billion in important equipment such as trucks, tree holders, and others. We estimate that the business size of inputs in mining activity in Chile will be around 27 billions per year in the next decade per year. In Cochilco, we define with a research that we did 5 or 6 years ago, some critical inputs such as water, energy, crusher balls, mining tires, mining dump trucks, rope and hydraulic mining shovels, drilling equipment, among other specific inputs such as explosive and lime. For more information, you can visit our webpage. On water specifically, our forecast shows that copper companies will need to invest in infrastructure to provide an additional 6.6 cubic meters per second of seawater in 2030. Currently, the total capacity to supply seawater in Chile is 4.3 cubic meters per second. This is a great challenge for mining companies because the goal is to reduce the use of fresh water or continental water. Other key inputs is electricity or energy in general. In electricity, just to desalinate and pump seawater, an additional 2.2 terawatts hour will be needed. This is 10% of the current electricity consumption of the copper industry in Chile. In addition, because the expansion of current operation and new projects, another 7.3 terawatts hour will be needed in the future. Investment in electricity are not considered in the total of 73 billions of our portfolio, because most of the investment is made by electricity companies, not mining companies. However, there are some examples with direct investment by mining companies in solar, thermal, photovoltaic, and wind energy. And finally, just to show a preliminary forecast of the demand of other critical inputs, we prepared this table considering the usual technology and the average prices of these topics. In total, the purchase of grinding balls, mine tires, mining dump trucks, rope and hydraulic mining shovels, and drilling equipment will reach 13.7 billion in the next 10 years. Most of these inputs are imported from USA, Japan, China, and Europe. Only a part of the grinding balls or crusher balls are manufactured in Chile. The rest are imported equipment and inputs. I hope have been useful for you. And in Cochilco, we are open to receive questions now or anytime. Thanks to KORES again, and have a nice day. Thank you.